Exercise number 1 for our circulatory system is the toes, or what's considered the plantar veins, or the bottom veins of the foot. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to see I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to try to hold, so I've got at least one finger on each toe, maybe a couple fingers, to provide resistance. And then I'm going to flex the toes, so you'll see my toes are flexing against the resistance of my hands both ways. So I'm trying to pull my toes open, and then I'm fighting them closing. I'm going to do that 15 times, and then I'm going to do an isometric contraction, meaning they're not fully flexed, they're not fully extended. I'm holding that right in the middle. At the end of that 10 seconds, I'm going to lay down and I'm going to drain the leg. So what I'm trying to do, I don't want to grab and squeeze my leg, so I want the blood to flow up. So I'm going to put my hands on the side of my knee, and I'm literally just going to shake my leg, trying to get the blood to drain out of my foot and up the leg. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times, then that will complete the bottom or the dorsal veins of the foot. Okay, so let's look at it both from the front and the side view live. So here we go. I'm going to go 15 as fast as I can. 1, 2. At the end of my 15th rep, I'm going to hold in the middle. So I'm flexing my toes as hard as I can, and I'm pulling with my fingers. I hold that for 10 seconds. At the end of that 10 seconds, I drop back and I just shake that leg. I like the analogy that you're shaking paint out of a can. So my foot is the paint can, and I'm shaking that down. So 10 seconds, I come right back up. Now we'll see it from the side. I go immediately into it again, 15 repetitions. Again, I'm flexing my toes as hard and as fast as I can. My fingers are the resistance, and then I'm gonna hold that after 15 reps right in the middle. So they're not fully flexed or extended. I'm holding at the end of that 10 seconds. I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna shake my leg. Again, I'm not gripping it, I'm shaking it, trying to get all that blood to flow down. That's 2. We'll come back up for our 3rd and final. Again, I go 15 repetitions. I hold it statically for 10 seconds, and then I would lay down and shake it for 10 seconds. Okay, that would complete the bottom of the foot or the dorsal veins. You'll immediately go into exercise 2. Exercise number 2 is for the tibial vein. So I'm going to step one foot on top of the other. Same concept as before. I'm lifting and lowering. My top leg is the resistance. My shin muscles, my anterior tib muscles are working. After 15 reps, I hold in the middle. So my top foot is pushing down, my bottom foot is lifting up, creating a static or an isometric contraction. At the end of the 10 seconds, I lay down and I shake. Again, I'm not squeezing my leg. I'm just shaking it, trying to get all the blood to drain down. So we immediately come back up. Round 2, exactly the same. 15 reps as fast as I can, creating as much resistance as I can. And then I'm going to hold that for 10 seconds isometrically. I'm pushing down with my left, pulling up with my right. At the end of 10 seconds, I'm laying down. I'm gently holding the knee, and I'm draining all that blood down. That's round 2. We would come up for a 3rd and final round. Same thing. You would do 15 as fast as you can. Again, this foot is resisting. This foot is working. After 15 reps, I'm holding a static contraction. At the end of 10 seconds, I come down. Once again, I drain it, and I get ready to move immediately onto exercise number 3. Exercise number 3, if you don't have a yoga block, you can use a book, you can roll up towels, just something to lift your leg a little bit. I'm gonna step on, my foot's about halfway on. I'm using my body weight, I'm leaning in, and then I'm simply, as quickly as I can, 15 repetitions of a soleus raise, or this would be like the minor saphenous vein. After 15, I hold right in the middle. So I'm not all the way up or down. I'm holding isometrically for 10 seconds. Simply come down. Once again, drain the blood. Do not squeeze your leg. Simply shake the leg, getting the blood to flow up towards the heart. You immediately come back up after 10 seconds of draining. Here it is from the side. And I pump. I lean into my leg. I come down past the block a little, up as far as I could go, as quickly as possible. After 15 repetitions, I hold, so I'm pushing down. I'm trying to lift my heel, but I'm halfway. I hold that again for 10 seconds. I come down and I drain the blood. I do not grip my knee. I simply shake my leg, allowing all the blood to come down. You come up one final time, round 3 of 3. Same exact thing, as fast as you can, 15 repetitions, weight bearing down. After 15, you hold in the middle isometrically for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, you come out, you drain it, again, not squeezing, just draining, and you get ready for the next exercise. Exercise number 4. This is for the quad, so the vastus veins, everything running through here. I stack my left leg on top of my right, and I simply, as quickly as I can, I'm doing knee extension on the right leg. I get 15 repetitions. I hold in the middle for 10 seconds. And at the end of the 10 seconds, I cross this leg on the top, and I shake the leg for 10 seconds to drain the blood, again, up towards the heart. Here's that same thing from the side. This would be round 2. So I'm crossing my left leg on top, my right knee in line, and I'm pumping as quickly as I can, keeping my leg at roughly 90 degrees. After 15 reps, I hold in the middle. This leg's trying to push up, my left leg's holding down. I hold that for 10 seconds, and then I bring it, I cross it over, and I gently drain the blood up toward my heart. That's round 2. All of these exercises are 3 rounds, so I'd go one final time, same thing, as quickly as you can, 90-degree angle, roughly. After your 15th rep, you hold right in the middle at 90 degrees, really contracting right through here. After 10 seconds of holding, we do 10 seconds of draining, and we get ready to move on to the next exercise. Next exercise, same concept now for the hamstring, or all the veins in the back part of the leg. So now my leg that was on the bottom is on top. This is my resisting leg. I'm trying to work the hamstring veins, and I pull. I go all the way to a straight leg, and I pull down. Same as all the others, 15 reps, and I hold in the middle, really contracting my right hamstring for 10 seconds. And then I simply cross it over, and I shake it to drain all the blood toward the heart. That phase is also 10 seconds. Let's look at it from the side. So I've got my right leg on top, and I'm using my right hamstring. I'm starting with my leg straight, and I'm curling as fast as I can with my right hamstring. I do it for 15 repetitions. I hold right in the middle, 90 degrees roughly, contracting that hamstring. I do that for 10 seconds. And then I cross it over, and I relax my leg, and I drain the blood up toward the heart. So that was 2 rounds. Of course, these all have 3 rounds. One last time, same exact thing. So as quickly as possible for 15, note 90 degrees roughly, as straight as you can get it. After 15 repetitions, you hold, so I'm really pulling with this hamstring. I hold that for 10 seconds. I cross it over, and I completely relax, and I just shake and drain the blood, and of course I get ready for the next phase, which is the psoas. For the psoas, which is running right through here, which is the common iliac artery, I'm going to take my opposite hand, put it on my knee, basing with this hand. I dorsal flex my ankle, and I drive my knee to my shoulder. My hand is resisting, my knee is driving. I go 15 as fast as I can. I hold in the middle for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I'm going to grab my block or my book or my towel. I'm going to put it under my right glute, the leg I'm working. And I'm going to shake all the blood even further up to my heart. Let's look at it from the side. My right arm is based. My left arm is resisting. My ankle is bent back. And notice I'm not moving my knee. I'm driving from my psoas straight to my shoulder. As much resistance as you can with that left arm. We hit 15 repetitions, and we hold in the middle. This arm is pushing, the leg is pulling. After 10 seconds, I put my block under my right glute. I cross my leg over, and again, I'm just draining the blood up to my heart. Like all the others, we're gonna do 3 rounds, so that was 2. Same concept, bend the ankle back and drive the knee as quickly as you can. Fine points are, we're not extending the knee, we're not changing the ankle, we're moving purely from the hip. 15 as fast as you could go, holding for 10 seconds, and then grabbing your lift under the right glute, draining the leg, getting ready for the final position. Final position is we're trying to get to the inferior vena cava. These are just crunches. So I'm coming down, I've got my hand on my ears, and I'm doing mini crunches. My shoulders stay off the ground. I crunch up, same as the others. I go 15 times as fast as I can. I hold at the mid-range for 10. At the end of that 10 seconds, I put my block or towel or book under both glutes, and I use my hands to move my legs to pump the blood up to the vena cava, inferior vena cava. From the side, it looks like this. I'm in a sit-up position. My shoulders start off the ground, and then I just crunch in that mid-range, pumping the inferior vena cava. As always, 15 repetitions. Then I hold in the middle and I squeeze, and I hold that for 10. And then I relax. I put the block under both of my hips, and I'm using my arms just to pump my legs, move around. So my legs are not doing any work. It's just me pulling on my legs. That would be 2, of course, 3 rounds. Same thing. I crunch as fast as I can for 15, and I'm really focused right here. That's where I want the tension, okay? After your 15 reps, you hold at mid-range for 10 seconds. At the end of the 10 seconds, you come down, block comes under, and you use your arms to maneuver the legs to pump the blood. Once you have finished that, good news for you, you go right into the whole thing on the other side. So every exercise for every joint and vein, working up to the vena cava. When you do both sides, it should probably take you somewhere between 20 to 30 minutes. And this is one of the best ways to stave off sarcopenia via segmental strengthening and increased blood flow. All right, good luck.